Good morning, my friends. Welcome and welcome back. This is Tanya at SideGigCrafts. Guess what? I'm a day off. Oh my goodness, it's time to do some watercolor. Yep, because somebody got a little busy yesterday. Didn't get to do Watercolor Wednesday. So I'm doing it today. I want to do something a little different today and give a shout out to a new friend of mine, a subscriber. Her name is Casey, and Casey has been watching my videos, and Casey is 12 years old and a crafter. Hi, Casey. And she has been enjoying the Watercolor Wednesday videos, so I wanted to give her a shout out. She has been making jewelry and blankets. She's been making some, what are they? I can't think now. Casey, I'm sorry. She's been making blankets and jewelry. And I'm so excited to hear about your journey one of these days. And very glad that you're here joining in on Watercolor Wednesday. And I hope that you maybe have some watercolors at your house and you can practice too. So anyway, today I wanted to, you guys, go check out her family's channel. They are awesome. They have got a new journey, and I don't want to tell you about the journey because it's not my story to tell. They've got a really cool one going on over there. They have, they're called Our New Land, and they have got a property, and they are doing some really cool things out there. It's kind of a homesteading kind of feel to it, and I think you guys will enjoy it. So go check them out. Casey's having some adventures in her life, and it's pretty cool. So go check them out. I'll have them linked in the description box or in the title below. So today I thought I would just make, I'm in a flowery mood, and I actually need some card bases. So what I'm doing, I'm just putting a very light wash of this blue on here, and I thought I'm just adding a little bit of color to this background. And then I'm going to add some fun florals. So while it's still wet, I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and take, sorry for that shadow, some color. Now, here's the thing. I've got a small craft lunch over here working, trying to come at me. I don't think that's the way I want to go. Let me think a minute. I don't think that's what I want to do. I'm going to go with, now I just put down this blue. Any color I put down here now is going to kind of blend because of the blue, or because it's still wet, and I'm okay with that, and I'm expecting that, but I want to put some color down that's going to imitate white flowers, but I'm going to use kind of a gray. I'm trying something new and something different. Just kind of lay that brush down, make flower petals, just a very light color. There, I like that. That's so cool. And I'm just used a white and a silver, and then put that in with a little bit of the blue that was still on my palette, and I'm just kind of laying that flower petal down, pressure, and then lifting up. And I'm okay if other color gets in there from my palette too, because I just want a really light color. Really pretty. Okay. we go. How easy is that? Okay, just making these petals. Now you can go back and add some additional color to it as well. And I probably should do the centers on these while they're still wet. Just maybe get a little bit of that color in there. So let's go ahead and do that. I hope you guys can see that okay. I know it's kind of a very light color change from the, oops, I just put that in the wrong paint. I hope I don't regret that. Okay, I'm gonna go back and just kind of dab in a little of this color. Yeah, it's still wet, so it should spread really nicely. Just add some color in there, just dab it in. I'm gonna go back and add some additional color to that later, but for now, I'm gonna leave that. Okay, I think I wanna put, maybe some gray into this a little bit. Oh yeah, look at that, how that's spreading. That's really pretty. Maybe just at the edges on some of it. Just add some additional color. My paper's still wet, so it's spreading really nicely. Doing its thing. In some places it may not be as wet, so probably not gonna do as much, and that's okay too. Try to get up here to these ones that should be drier actually. Might need a little more help on these. There we go. That's gonna add some more color in there. This one totally bled out, which is fine. I'm gonna, I can go back and fix that, or not fix it, but work with that. Put some blue back in there. That's pretty cool. All right, we're gonna let those dry as they are. I'm gonna keep going with flowers because I need more. Like I said, I need some card bases. I don't know what it is. I've just been in the card making mode that lately. I can't speak. And it's been fun just creating different things. Cards and journals, right? I need some more outlets. I'm getting quite a stash. Let's put a little bit of that blue back up in there. While it's wet, and I've got a drip that wants to come off my brush. Look how pretty that is. Wow. Okay. Let that dry a bit. How fun. This is just really relaxing, just making flowers, not really, you know, huge expectations. I am not a teacher. This is not something I've done for years and years and years. It's still something I practice. And, you know, just a little play. Something I love. My family, I've talked about it before. My grandmother used to do some watercolors, and I used to pick them up, and I'm like, how do you do that? Just couldn't figure it out. Just thought it was amazing, and it is. I think she was taking classes at the college, at the local college, to learn how. And I think that's how she, or why she had the pink, because that wasn't her medium. She used to do oil paintings more, and those are amazing. She really, I got some of her paintings. I just love them. But she picked up watercolor too, and it was just really cool. I just really enjoyed watching, you know, her progress through that process, learning how to do it. And always never thought I could do it. But I think if we practice enough, we can get something good out of there, right? That petal bigger. All right. Some of these got a little bluer than others, and that's okay because shadows and such would get in the way, and you know, that would be a normal. That would be realistic, actually. Hopefully you guys can see enough of this to see the color differences. Not using huge globs of paint there. Just little bits. Made that one too dark. There we go. Make some more here. Well, when we're done with the petals, we'll put some branches in there. We'll put some green in there. Just little details. I'm using my Muñe paints today. This isn't actually what I had planned to paint, actually, but I'm glad I did. I was struggling finding a color palette I wanted to use, and actually struggling to find a subject, but this worked out great. I really quick looked up some flower fields before I started recording, and I saw these flowers. I'm like, oh, I have an idea. And this is what I came up with. Going over here. That one I can't see at all. Get some color in there, huh? So what's happening with my paint, I have brown down at the bottom of my palette, and I have blue, a little bit of blue at the top, and I just keep kind of going back and forth with those and mixing them with white just to get a little color. I don't like that flower that much, but I will. Just to get a little color in there, and then that's where the variations are coming from. Luckily that was the edge of my paper because I don't care for that one that much. It'll probably be my favorite flower in the end, but for now, nah, not so much. This one I probably should have done sooner, but it's still wet. And I'm just kind of dabbing near where shadows would be or where it looks like it needs some highlight, some color, some variation. Just dabbing it in there. Kind of liking what we're getting here. Now, as a composition for a painting per se, I wouldn't care for this very much. But as a backdrop of a card, I love it because I know that I'm going to be cutting this into smaller portions. And so I can use any section of this and make a card base. And it's not going to be, I don't know how to turn this the way I want it. That's not going to be the focal point. You know, the sentiment or the message that I'm sending on the card is going to be the sentiment or the focal point. So this will be more of a backdrop for that. So this won't be the main part of the card, if that makes sense. There we go. I'm trying not to try to be too perfect here, because I would be greatly disappointed for one. A little bit of that brown. And it's definitely gonna need more blue. All right, we're getting somewhere. Do you guys like it? So far, so good? Oops, I just dabbed into the green. I think I kind of want to stay away from that green. At least at this part. There we go. I feel like I need to keep going to fill in this section just because I ain't gonna need it for the card. If I don't, then I won't be able to get 2 cards out of it. Add a little more gray there. Let's see if we can make a card out of this while we're working on it today. So you can see the whole thing, the whole finished project, right? Don't you guys love that? Not really. When When makers will make a part of a project and they don't finish it. I know I'm guilty of it. That's why I laugh. It's like, I don't mean to do that to y'all. But sometimes editing just takes forever. All right, let's get a little more of that white in there. And a little bit more of that brown. Just making up my own colors here. Go. That one kind of just suggests that there's a flower back there, which is awesome. Let's do the same thing down here. Let's do one here. And we'll add some blue to that. And then we need to fill this spot here. We need to do a little bit here. And then let's do one up here. My brush just turned the totally wrong way. How'd we do? All right, I think we're done with that part. Let's go back in and let's get some of this, some of these centers. We're just gonna dab in centers to these flowers. Nothing perfect, nothing crazy, nothing the same. Just dab in some of that color. There we go. We're gonna go in with some more darker color too with those, but we'll let this kind of do its thing real quick. How'd that go? I like it. Adding just a touch of green to some of those. All right, now I would like to do, I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of my palette. What I'd like to do the green in kind of a similar way in there. So it's not bam in your face green, but kind of a muted green. I'm gonna just totally wipe off this palette here. We're gonna start fresh. Sometimes it's nice to just start fresh. And sometimes seeing all that color on my palette kind of throws me off. All right. I know, don't want to waste it, but definitely not wasted. Clean palette, done. All right. So, I think I'm going to use a different brush. I'm going to use this, what is this? Number 2. And I think what I'd like to do, actually, I'm going to use this brush to get my paint. I love this color. I think this is probably, this is an olive green 838 in my Muñe palette. I think this is probably this one, and the 840 greenish yellow are probably my 2 favorites in here. I'm gonna add lots of water to that. I'm also going to add white, just like I did the other. Just to make it milky. There. Actually, this is not the brush I want for this. I do want this one because I'm making leaves, not stems. We'll go back with the other one for details, but I think, yes, this is what I want to do. Go back in and just add some, too much water. Some leaves in here, just, you know, some simple leaves. Again, nothing too fancy. Just to help fill in some of the gaps and add some color. And we're just laying it down just like we did the flower petals. So that just adds some color in there. I made some of these too close, but that's okay. Need some in here. Go. Is that enough? So what I want to do with that, I'm going to go back with the same color, but not muted this time. And I'm going to go ahead and just use a smaller brush and just kind of line it in there. Maybe that's not going to work. Add some color. I think I'm gonna have to water that down a bit. If it gets too heavy, you can always take a paper towel. I say always. You can lift some of that. if it's not quite what you want. And if you need to, you can blend some of that in. I think I'm going to use this color instead. It's a lighter. Nope, that's not going to work. Just playing with my color here. I'm going to use the same color, but watered down a little bit more. Again, I'm not trying to add too much detail or make it look too realistic. Just, you know, just color and interest. That's all I'm aiming for. As much as I love realistic watercolors, it's not my thing. I'm just not patient enough. I don't know. They say, oh, anybody can learn. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know if I want to. It's just, it's beautiful. I admire it so. But I don't think I have the patience. I don't think it's my style. Well, I was going to put stems, but I don't know if that's going to throw this off. I definitely need darker centers for my flowers. So let's start with that. I want to go with a light or a dark. Actually, this is light red. Is that really what I want? I do, because it's kind of rustic. But I'm going to add an orange to it and change it just a tad, because I already have that orange in there. And I feel like I want to add a tone of brown to that, which is really this pretty color. Let's just kind of dab that in there. Bring those centers out just a little bit more. I'm trying not to put little puddles, but I think I am putting little puddles, which I guess is okay. I don't know. All right, let's see what that does. I don't think I'm going to put the stems. I think I'm going to leave it as it is. Because I feel like if I go in with stems, I'm going to leave it alone. All right, but let me see something. feel like I want a little bit of this brown. Just to make these pop a little, I'm going to put a little bit of this really dark brown color around the base of these centers. Same way, just dab it in. It's a little bit too small there. Kind of use this to help outline some of those centers, because some of them got a little messy. I think that adds a lot. Just that detail. Wow. That's cool. This one still has a puddle. I'm gonna clean that one up a little bit and then just put that around. There, I like that better. Almost done. This one has a puddle too. We'll wipe that back up. Oops, that was the wrong color. It's this one. I think the kids are packing today, getting ready to go to Utah tomorrow. I can hear them bustling downstairs, which is great. All right, so I think that's it for my base. Now, here's the thing. Where are we at with time? We're getting there, but what I want to do. So I'm going to set this aside for a minute. It won't take long for that to dry. Let's get a base for that. I need some solid color, a solid color matte. Now I could go purple. I could go this color, which would bring out some fun tones. Kind of makes that look purple now, doesn't it? But I don't think that's really what I want to do. Maybe it's an alternative. Perhaps gray would be very pretty. I'll call this gray. I don't know if it is gray. I could do that. I could even do something like that and use both colors. But I'm thinking more towards a blue. And let me see if I have something. This stack maybe. Or perhaps right here. I'm going to just grab some sheets here. So that's totally the wrong color. Maybe this one. I think this is too. Let's grab some different colors. Oh yeah. So I grabbed this one. No. I grabbed this one. Which I kind of like, but I'm not sold. And oh, I guess those are the only ones I grabbed. Thought I grabbed some others. Okay, so I don't think I'm sold on that. I think the green is too far off. Let's go back to this. And I think the reason why I'm leaning towards this is it brings, there's a pinkish color in there. I don't know where that came from because I didn't use pink. It was probably on my palette. But I could go this color this way, or I could put the purple and go this way. I don't think I like that though. I think I like it better this way. I think this is what we're gonna do. And we'll put it on a white base, a white card base. Like this. See, we're just going to go all the way through with it today. I might even have some sentiments nearby. Oh, I do, actually. So let's look at this. I've got some glue trim on here. Let's see if I can just... I'm going to trim that off. We're just going to trim it off. I don't need to mess with that. Okay, now this is 8.5. So if I go 4 1/4, I'm gonna get 2 cards. 2 cards right there. Boop, boop. Right there. Next, we're gonna, okay, so that was, what was the total? 5 1/4 by 4 1/4. 5 1/4 by 4 1/4. So we're gonna go 5 1/2 by 4 1/2 with this one. 5 1/2 by 4 1/2. We'll do the second card later. I'll do the second card off screen. And then we'll go 5 3/4 by 4 3/4. So we'll just going up 1/4 inch each time gives us a perfect size mat. And then this one will be 5 by 6. Okay, now I need to decide. I'm gonna do 10 by 6 because it has to fold over. 10 by 6. Hopefully I'm thinking about this correctly. We will fold this in half. I could score it. That would make it easy, but that's not so hard, is it? Grab my bone folder. Make this a pretty crease. And then I need to clean my mat again. I just did it. I have not used this yet today. Oh, you know what I was gonna do? You guys, I have this glue runner thing. Is this it? Adhesive roller. I have these sitting here, and obviously I never use them. It'd be so much easier and quicker to do stuff like this. Why do I not use these? I don't know. I guess because I haven't had great luck with them. But let's use it. I'll never get it off my desk if I don't use it, right? And I'll never change my mind if I don't give it a try. I can't drive the thing, but you know, it seems to be working. And we'll go straight up. Try to center it the best that we can. Oops. Like I said, try to center it the best that we can. Okay, I'm a little off. That's all right. That's, am I doing it wrong? I was doing it wrong. See, this is what I should be using for some of these projects. That was quick and easy, right? That should work. Then we put one of these on there. Am I doing it wrong again? Did that work? That worked. This way. I can't drive it. There, simple enough and crooked. I think that might be partially why I use glue too, because then I can move it. Okay, let's try not to get it crooked this time. I think when you use different forms of adhesive, you have to adjust your practice a little. Is that coming out? Nope. But I didn't get all the way to the edge either, which doesn't help me because I have to have it to the edge or it's going to just lift up and look terrible. So now I still got to use my glue. I have that dot stick to my finger. Hold that down a minute. Hopefully that worked. Yeah, I think I prefer my glue. But I gotta use it up. Okay, so there's a beautiful card. Now we need a sentiment on there. We can also use something like this to, oh, wait a minute. Let's see here. I actually have blessings. Look at that. Look how simple that is. I also have some that somebody sent to me. I think this is the wrong color. Celebrate wrong color. That would be very pretty. I don't know what we're celebrating though. Nope. I like that, but I think I love this better. I think that is simple, simply stated. I think it's perfect. We're gonna add, I'm gonna go ahead and just put this on there. And then we will put some, I'll put some, oh, what am I thinking? Wink of Stella on it to make it a little shimmery. Because you gotta have a little bling, just a little bling. Blessings, look at that. How simple. We've got a card, you guys. We've got a full-on card. And where's the Wink of Stella? Right there. You could always add some different details, maybe some gemmies or something. But just something like this, something so simple, has your own art that somebody can save. And it serves a sentiment, you know. And it's got a lot of you in it. You took the time to paint that for that person. and that's pretty darn special. So I hope you guys will give it a try. If you've learned anything today or enjoyed my video, please hit that subscribe button and hit the notifications for any other future videos. I hope you enjoy Watercolor Wednesday on Thursday this week. Shout out once again to Casey. I hope you're having a great day. And everybody stay safe out there. Love y'all. Have a fantastic day. Blessings. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.